Hi and welcome guys. Today I want to share with you another amazing game. This game was played between Alexander Alekhine, 4th world champion, and Supiko, who was anonymous player, and this game was played in 1941 in Lisbon as a part of simultaneous exhibition. And as always, those kind of games finish in a spectacular way. Alexander Alekhine also finished this game with style, with a beautiful queen sacrifice. So without further ado, we will go straight into the game. So the game started with e4, e5 for black, d4 for Alekhine, and e takes on d4. Alekhine continued with c3. So we are now in Danish gambit, and the main idea for white is to sacrifice his pawns in order to get a faster development of his pieces. The game continued with d takes on c3, and Alekhine recaptured this pawn. Bishop b4 was played for black, with the idea to pin this knight, and bishop c4 was played for the white, with clear idea to develop his pieces. Queen e7 was played for black. He wants to put more pressure on this pawn, and the knight g to e2 was played. Now black played knight f6, which is an inaccuracy by the computer, and computer recommends another move here. We will go back one move. So after knight e2, black had an equalizing idea, which is queen takes on e4. Right now you cannot capture the queen because this knight is pinned, so the game would probably continue with queen b3, bishop takes on c3, queen takes on c3, knight f6, and castle for white, which would be an equal game and an equal position for black. But this wasn't played, and after knight f6, Alekhine castled, black castled as well, and the game continued with bishop g5. Right now white wants to pin this knight, and already black, scared of this pin, played queen e5, which is a mistake, and computer recommends bishop taking this knight was the best move for black in this position. Right now Alekhine continues with bishop takes on f6, queen takes on f6, and now beautiful move knight d5. Right now this queen is attacked and this bishop is attacked, so the black is already in some trouble here. He plays queen d6. He wants to protect this bishop as much as he can, and now e5 was played. e5 is not the best move for white. Computer recommends knight d4, and I will show you this line. So instead of playing e5, white could have played knight d4, and already all sorts of threats are coming for black. For example, if black played knight c6 with the idea to exchange this knight and to develop his piece, then the game would continue with knight f5, and already attacking the black queen, and she's in a bit of trouble right now because she doesn't have many free squares. For example, if black continued with queen e6, then we have knight d to e7 check, and the black queen will fall. If after knight f5 black queen went on e5, then the game would continue with f4 for white. Again attacking this queen, the queen is forced to go on e8. After this move, white would continue with beautiful knight f6 check. Black is not allowed to take this because we have a queen g4 check, and after king h8 we have a queen g7 checkmate. So this is already scary for black, and after knight f6, one of the lines black can try is going with his king on h8. Of course we can take the queen, but we want to checkmate the black king, so we continue with queen g4. The black would probably continue with bishop c5, king would go on h1, rook to g8, queen h5 with the idea to checkmate here. Now black is forced to take this knight, g takes on f6, bishop takes on f7, we attack the queen, we attack the rook, the queen would probably go on f8. After queen f8 we would continue with rook f3 with the idea to put our rook on h3 and threaten checkmate on h7. The game would probably continue with rook g7. Now we would take this rook, and the black is forced to play d5 in order to stop our rook coming on this field, and after knight goes on f5 we have a material advantage and we have a much better position. This is a one game for white. So white had this option as well, but this wasn't played. So after e5 the black played queen to c5. After queen c5 white played rook c1, already putting some pressure on the queen and threatening discovered attack. The queen then went to a5 and white played a3, and right now black bishop is captured. He cannot go here, he cannot go here, and if the black bishop goes to c5 we have a fork with b4 and we will take their bishop. So that is why after a3 black decided to sacrifice his bishop. Bishop takes on a3, b takes on a3, and now c6 was played for black in order to remove this knight from this strong square. Knight goes on e7 with the check was played, king h8, and now queen d6 was played for Alekhine. Alekhine simply takes the space because black is underdeveloped and he has a cracks in his position. The game continued with queen d8. The black is desperately trying to defend the position with his only developed piece at the moment, which is his queen. White continues with knight d4, simply bringing another piece to the attack. Black continued with b6. Idea for black was to put this bishop on a6 and to trade this dangerous white squared bishop. Game continued with rook c3 and c5 was played for black, which is a mistake. Computer recommends bishop going on a6 was the best move for black in this position, simply trading this light squared bishop. Of course, position is much worse for black, but at least black would be able to survive. So after c5, white knight is attacked and white plays knight d to f5. The game continued with bishop a6, and right now we're in a critical part of the position because at this moment Alexander Alekhine sacrificed the queen. Yes, he sacrificed the queen with beautiful queen g6 move. Shout out to Levi Rosman Gotham Chess. After this move, black resigned, and I will show you why. First, after h takes on g6, there is a rook h3 checkmate. If black decided to take the white queen with his f-pawn, then the game would continue with knight takes on g6. As you can see, this g8 square is covered, so black is forced to take this knight with his h-pawn, and then the game would continue with rook h3 check. The only remaining move is queen h4, and the game would finish with rook takes on h4 checkmate. So this was all for today's game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, as this will help me grow my channel and it will help this video to reach more people. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other in the next video. Bye bye.